You know, I just realized who the person in the logo is. It's the Emperor. I totally forgotten about the logo until I just opened the game back up. Because there was nobody else who really looks like them. They have this very, it's like wide, pointy collar, and it looked like a crown on their head. So that looks pretty much like what the Emperor had on him. We'll put this on for a bit, but I don't see myself really keeping it on for very long. Dragons? She already has an ice bow on her. Oh, I thought those things were gonna damage me. Great Marlboro. Oh, did he just get toaded? I think so. Wait. Silence, Venom, Confusion, Mini, Silent. Oh, okay. Well, that is interesting. Okay, how about these other doors then? Diamond mace, but unfortunately nobody uses them. Although I think Leon has a little bit of skill with maces and staffs. Damn. Oh, he's low health, that's what it is. Abyss worm. Weak to nothing. Resists psychic and spectral. And absorbs fire. Easy peasy. Betrayal Fang. I think I have one of those already. A Fang that confuses the target has the same effect as Confuse. So annoying! I hope this has changed in the next game. Oh, it was the poison off of Guy's, what's it called? His axe? A three-bladed weapon fashioned into a glove that is effective against spellcasters. Wait. I came from the wrong way? Wait, no, right? This was the only way I could go. Oh, that's my bad. I saw, just next to that patch, kind of on the right side, that little bit of ground, there's some grass next to it, but to me that looked like a barrier because of the coloring of the map. kind of water is that? Cursed water? I kind of hope when we meet the Emperor again, he talks crap about Leon a little bit more, just so we can try and get some... Oh, shoot. I forgot to target... What's his face? Furion? But I want him to give a little bit more context to what's been going on with Leon. It's just so strange that they don't get into his past. Very recent past. Rune axe? Doesn't... I like the poison axe though. It's been helping pretty good. Let me cure Leon. My cure is almost... There we go, cure 10. I have kind of stopped using spells on Furion, but his fists are just so much more powerful. Okay. Okay, I'll talk to you. Or what can I do for you? Oh, you're just a store? Oh, I could have bought haste here. Berserk, death. I mean, I'm fine now. What are you doing here, though? Trail thing again. Aegis shield, dragon armor, holy lance. Kinda lost our dragoon. Blessed lance that is effective against dragons, cast holy when used in battle. Legendary shield that offers protection against elemental attacks and status ailments. Dragon armor resistant to elemental attacks. Wow, his evasion is super high and his accuracy. Is it these swords? This is crazy. A sword made for defense. I think that is possibly what's doing it. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss a treasure chest, and I did. There he goes. Oh, yep, there goes the poison too. That's why I don't want to get rid of it. Yoi cheapo. The legendary bow of unparalleled power casts Berserk when used in battle. Better attack and 99 accuracy. Now we're starting to enter hell, I think. High potion. Protect ring. Where does that go? Hands. Ring that guards against instant death. Well, attack goes down, defense goes down by a little bit. But he is my white mage, so I kind of want to put this on him. Let me see if it's better for anybody else. Evasion goes down. It's okay for her. Wow, drops his magic interference by a lot. Yeah, well. Yes. I'll just put it on him for right now. If I don't like it, I can always switch it back. Elixir, wonderful. This is the Castle of Hell. Pandemonium. Oh, we have traveled to all map locations now. I must have forgotten whatever the one right under Finn was. That means this is 100% the end. I'll turn encounters on just for one encounter, but I want to save my resources. Because I'm running... I mean, I'm not exactly running low on ether, but I've been using a couple. I know the golem's going to take us a bit to get to damage, so I want to take out the other guy first. Oh, it is mithril, so it's probably resistant to a lot of magic stuff, right? me see about some of these items. We will try that. Or leveled up and sword. What is with these archways though? I thought they were gonna be like doors, but they're not. I like the music in here, for sure. Makes me wonder what the original sounded like. We can turn that on right now. Can we? I guess not. No, here we go. I do like a good chorus in the background though. Then up and all the way down. Oh. Okay, a bunch of different doors. 3 empty rooms, I'm sure. Oh. Oh, okay. So this goes to a dead end, it looks like. Or is it? I'm just gonna check really fast. Aha. A little bit difficult to see on the map, just by how the colors are. Oh my goodness. Tiamat? Tiamat? Really? When was the last time I saved? She didn't do anything. I want to use something that isn't at just 1. I mean, wouldn't she be resistant? I'll try it. Oh, it healed her. Makes sense, she is a dragon. Let me put Aura on Leon. Maybe it'll make his second sword work better. Yeah, that's it. Oh, is that gonna work though? Oh, amazing! Yay, silence worked! Or a leveled up haste and shell. Genji helm. A helm boasting the finest defense that guards against physical status ailments, such as stone. But his evasion is just gone. Let's see about Leon. But Leon sucks. Although his attack only drops by a little bit, so... Okay. You know, when in doubt, he'll just be using items on everybody. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, okay. So I have to go around to the other door anyway. So let me make sure to quick save again. I want to try and save Leon's magic as much as possible so I don't have to use too many ethers when I top him up. Okay. Is he gonna be harder than he was the first time? No. Kenji gloves. Gloves boasting the finest defense that guards against mental status ailments, such as sleep. It kind of feels like I should put this on my best, like the MVP of the team, which for me is Furion. So, but I don't want to. Attack goes down by a little bit, defense goes up, magic defense goes up. Because everything just cuts his evasion down by a lot, and I don't like that. Oh, but hers, well, it's still a ton. Alright, Leon gets everything, I guess. So this leads to... I think... Does this one... Yeah, this one leads out. So I have to go to the other one. Monsters again. Beelzebub. Hmm. Oh, shoot, that healed him. Whew. That could have been pretty bad. Another black robe. Genji armor. Guards against instant death, but he... Wait. Someone had that. Oh, right, it was him. He would be my tank if he had more health. Maybe this armor though will make him a little bit more tanky. I doubt it. Just in the sense that he is tanky in a way that's actually supporting the group. Like, Guy is more of my tank right now because he actually has the HP and the defense, I think, to withstand a bunch of different attacks. I feel like Leon can only take 2, probably. Astaroth. I was thinking maybe I could have given Leon some spells, some of the preparation ones that I keep using with Maria. But I don't really know how the leveling on these things work, so I don't want to, like, I would be worried that his haste 1 would be worse than her haste 6, somehow. What is the swap one? Maybe I didn't take that. Oh my god. This guy is annoying. Must be resistant to magic. Oh, there we go. Mouse leveled up, and Berserk leveled up. A ribbon. A ribbon that guards against elemental attacks and status effects. I actually... Yeah, no, this is the right one. Yeah, it reduces her defense and evasion a little bit, but I think maybe it'd be better for her. A black robe that enhances intellect and is resistant to elemental attacks. Okay, cool. Actually, in that case, should I give her defense down by 1, but evasion down by a little bit more? You know what? I'll put it on him. I feel like this part would be really, really difficult if I couldn't turn off encounters. Because even these boss battles are taking up a lot of... or they're going to take up a good amount of resources in terms of items and MP, and having to give everybody, or both my main casters, ether. I feel like it would be very difficult without turning off encounters, but you probably would end up being a lot more powerful once you got through to the Emperor in the end. Was that a staff? Or is it that thing that increases intellect? Your spirit. Oh. Intellect. Hellfire. Once again. Actually, maybe I should check the Emperor's old entry. I'm guessing he'll be different. Because he's like the Super Emperor now. But there may be something I can use here. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he's undead now. Okay, nothing. So helpful. They've been giving me a good amount of Hellfire, so I keep thinking, does that mean that it works really well against him? Is he weak to fire? But he came from Hell. He was reborn in Hell, so you'd think he'd be resistant to fire, or even absorb it. Ah. Let me use my items right now. And then quick save, of course. Tenth floor. Ah, okay. This is the throne room. It does remind me of Chaos a little bit, because it's very... This doesn't feel like Hell, this feels like we're out in like the astral plane or somewhere out in space, and Chaos, his battle arena was a lot like that too. You have braved the bowels of hell to reach me, but the hand of man, which deals in false justice and forsaken love, can never hope to defeat the Lord Master of Hell. Emperor. Ooh, our damage is not good. Okay. Maybe I am underleveled. Damn. How about that hellfire they kept giving me? Fire 5? That's crap. Mm-hmm. You know, I've never felt like there was any moment where I needed to use this. I don't know what they mean by flow of time unless it stops something like slow or haste. Oh, this is probably gonna be bad. Not too bad. I don't know what other buffs I could try and give him. I think some of these do stack. Maybe it's... Well, I want to try something else on her. Yeah, so I think it's better if she uses those items. Because her intellect, well, I say that and it does 100 damage. Oh shoot, did he already have it on him? I thought it wore off for a bit. Well, yeah, I can't do that. I don't think I could confuse him, but it would be funny. I would be surprised if he's immune to that, though. Oh my goodness. Oh. I have to protect Fury, and he is the only one doing damage. Oh, it worked. Oh no, he absorbed it. Damn it. He's probably gonna take him out again. Oh, very lucky that it didn't. Oh shoot, I thought I... Damn it. I'm getting flashbacks to Chaos and how much of a jump in difficulty there was. So I'm kind of thinking, like, Chaos took me 30 freaking minutes, and I don't want to do that again. But this feels hard too. I don't think there's anything he can do to really help Furion more. Protect, haste, berserk. Okay, protect, haste, berserk. And aura. Two! 2 measly damage. Oh. What, is that really it? Unbelievable. Defeated by insects like you, not once, but twice. Who are you? Okay, that was better than Chaos. It's done. Now let's get out of here. It's finally over, isn't it? Who is that blonde woman next to Layla? Is it supposed to be Joseph's girlfriend, except her dress was pink, last I remember? It was a long struggle, but with the Emperor gone, we have nothing left to fear. Thank you. With all my heart, I thank you. With the combined strength of Kashwan and Finn, we will build the kingdom anew. Together, Princess, we will create a kingdom even fairer than the old. Though once a coward, I now stand here a new man. I have all of you to thank for that. You have my deepest gratitude. I'm sure Sky is smiling down on me from above. Look at you. Do you realize what you've done? Who am I supposed to steal from with the Empire gone? You put me out of a job. I guess I'll just have to start stealing from you. Better watch your backs. Not like right now, right? You sure showed him, Furion. And Guy, and Maria. You're every bit the bloke I pegged you for. If you ever feel like trying your hand at pirating... What? That not sit well with you, Maria? Yeah, this feels like they have some sort of, like love triangle thing going on, but it's not really there. Looks like your next battle's already begun, Furion. Yeah. Oh, that's his daughter. You did it. I'm sure my dad's happy for you too, up there above the clouds. I'm gonna be working here, serving the princess. I just want to do whatever I can to help out. Joseph? We must now dedicate ourselves to the task of restoring what was lost. Farewell. Words cannot express my gratitude to you all. War finally over. Yes. We can all live in peace again, together. Except for freaking Leon. Right, Leon? There can be no going back. Not for all of us. But why? Don't go. Furion, stop him. Maria, Leon is right. We've been through too much. I can't stop him. Not now. Leon, we will meet again. Well, we should be going too. This is only the beginning. Their long struggle was finally at an end. The Emperor, Pandemonium, the monsters plaguing the world, all had vanished without a trace. Peace had returned once more. The wounds of the war would mend, and the memory of those bitter days would fade. But one thing would never be forgotten. That a band of young heroes once saved the world. To the fans across the globe, both past and present, and to the crew who brought the originals to life, we offer our profound and heartfelt thanks. Same as in one. Whew, alright. That was the end of Final Fantasy II. This one, compared to 1, I liked the combat in 1 more, but I liked the story in this one a little bit more. It kind of got a little wonky towards the last, like, 80%. Because I think the inclusion of, like, when we got Ricard to the very end is when it started to get weak. It's like, Ricard was okay, he was just there. I didn't feel any sort of attachment to him in the short time that we had him. And then Leon, there's a problem of not going into what he was doing working with the Empire in the first place. Like, we don't get into his motivations. We don't get why he, like, I just keep being stuck on the Baft people and how he supposedly was mind controlling them. Some of them said they couldn't even remember what things were like when he was in charge. And then just, just taking him on to join the party in the end. Like, look, we're not going to talk about this issue we had with him, how he was going against us the whole time. It's just, we'll take him because he's our friend and our brother, and of course he would want to fight against the Emperor with us. I don't know, it was very strange. The combat, I understand why it's divisive now. I personally didn't like it either. I think constantly rotating in a fourth member was not a good idea. Because they never were leveled to the same amount that your main party was. So it happened so much with Ricard, and a little bit with Layla, where they both felt useless and Ricard died so often. And if you wanted to get them up to your level, you would have to do a lot of grinding, and it can be difficult. I was able to make it work with Gordon because I could go into Finn when it was still occupied and just get one enemy, and that made it much easier because I only had to worry about one attack every round going to one of my party members. With multiple enemies, it's a little bit more difficult. Doable, but still kind of difficult. And just having one enemy makes the battle go faster, it's easier to build things up. Like, I could just have everybody defend and have Gordon attack. And I don't have to worry about any spells or anything, because it was just the soldiers and they don't cast anything. So it was easier to build him up there. By the time you get Ricard, they're gone. So you would have to run around the map to build up his levels. But then he's gone so fast. And I know some of it is also because I was constantly turning off encounters, especially more so towards the end. Really in the later half of the game. And so if I had left those on and done every encounter that I came across, then he would be leveled to a point where I probably wouldn't feel like he was as useless. But oh my god, the encounters were so boring. I just think maybe I need to take a small break from Final Fantasy for a little bit before starting 3, because I imagine the encounters are going to work the same way, and I've just been getting bored with them so fast. Like, there's nothing, it just doesn't feel, I don't know, I don't feel incentivized to do much of anything until we get to boss battles, where then more spells start to come into play, and I'm not just doing auto attack and letting them do their physical attacks, because that's the fastest way to get through the fight. I also didn't really care for the leveling system with weapon skills and magic skills. Weapon skills, it's easier. Like, those level up pretty easy because you're gonna fall back on them anyway. Magic skills is very difficult. You have so many spells to level, and the farther you get into the game, the less, at least for me, the less I wanted to really spend time leveling anything. Like Berserk and Haste, I got decently leveled because those were things I was using a lot. But then you come across things like Sleep or Stun or Blind, those things that have a very low chance of working. And it's like they do level just by you casting them, so it's not the worst thing in the world. It would be worse if it only leveled by you succeeding on a cast. But it still just makes me feel like I don't want to use these because maybe they work on enemies now, but as they get harder, and especially with boss battles, that percentage chance just keeps going down lower and lower. And so I don't feel like I care about leveling the spells, even if it increases their chances by a little bit of working. So I think if I were to replay this game again, I would boost everything, just so it's less of a headache trying to level. And then it's like I get to the Emperor in the end, and there's some spells I just didn't care to touch because they were level 2 or 3, and you know they're not going to work. They have a very low chance of working, so why Bother? Maybe I would have had a little more fun if I had tried diversifying them a tiny bit more. I don't know. Like, I could have used more weapons on all of them to build up their different skills in different areas. It also didn't feel that necessary. And I definitely prefer specializing people. Like, it was nice that Furion could use black magic sometimes, and it was nice that I could get Cure on a couple different people, but in the end, I just went back to Guy as my pure white mage. He's the one that's really curing, because his cure built up more than Furion, who I have being my main damage dealer. And then Maria is my black mage. And so, of course, her intellect is higher. I'm not going to really use black magic on anyone else, really. And I mentioned it with the spell levels, but it also feels like it is not as good as in 1, because there are these spells that sound impressive and just aren't. Like Ultima. It kept saying, oh, we had to lock Ultima away because it was so dangerous, and now we feel it's the right time, but it's a very powerful spell, so be careful with it. And then it does no damage, basically. So that really should have been better. So I'm hoping, I know in the next game they return to the formula in 1. I'm hoping this gets better and that they return, that these spells that are supposed to be massive and do big damage and very dangerous actually feel like that again. The dungeons, I didn't like the dungeons. There were so many rooms that were just empty, and I know the way they're designed is to try and make you have more encounters, but after a while it just gets so frustrating. It's like you have a 25% or less chance of getting a room with a chest in it, so you don't want to skip all the rooms, but it's just so many. So it's like, at some point, honestly, I'd probably rather just run past everything, go to my intended destination, and ignore all the rooms, even if there's stuff inside of them. I think they were also a little bit too big, but I don't know. In 1, they felt more concise. But in this one, it felt like 1, they were really big, and 2, there were lots and lots of floors. So it's just, it's boring. I got bored. As for the story, I liked that they tried something new. I liked it in the beginning again, I didn't like it at the end. Yeah. What else could I say about that? I think they could have done interpersonal relationships much better. Like, you could see there were it seemed like there was a lot of hints towards certain relationship dynamics, like with Furion, Layla, and Maria, where both the women were supposed to be his love interest, but you don't really get a good sense of that. I mean, I figured it out, but it's like, I want it to be a little bit more clear, like you actually see the relationships building, instead of just saying, yeah, he's into them. And then our relationship with Ricard, I also thought we need to build that up a little bit more, because I don't care about him. Even outside of interpersonal relationships, just learning more about him, he just shows up, and it's like, oh, it's sad that he's the last dragoon, and then he's gone. So his death, I didn't care about his death really, because there's no reason for me to be attached to him. Leon, of course, was a big problem. I really don't understand why they wouldn't talk about him more. Like, how do you go from running away from the Empire to joining them? How do you go from all that to wanting to control the Empire? Like, did he have good intentions but went about them in a really wrong way? Like, was it maybe, oh, if I control the Empire, then I can keep them from doing bad things. Maybe we can become a good nation that helps people. But then he just was like really, his methods were really weird. Or is it, no, he was a crappy person, and it was only until he joined the Empire and got power that his true colors showed. I'm inclined to think the latter because of his, because of his line at the end where he's saying basically that there's not redemption or celebration for everyone, implying that he can't be redeemed or celebrated, or he can't celebrate. But again, it's just like, we need to dig into these people more. So I'm wondering then if the next game is going to be better about that. I don't know anything about the development of 3 or the story of it, but that is my hope, that the relationships between people and even the relationships between them and the world around them are fleshed out better. But for the most part, the story was fine. I liked what they were doing with the code words, where you had to actually learn a term and you could ask multiple different people about that and get different perspectives on the same thing. So if they kept that in future games, I wouldn't mind it at all. Yeah, the first half was the strongest. The strongest to me. That's when I was really invested in the story. So I would replay it for the story. Oh, and I'm still confused why Furion was the one that everyone was talking about. Like, it's your destiny. It's Furion's destiny. Thank you, Furion, for ending the threat. Thank you, Furion, for helping us. Like, what is that about? Guy and Maria have been there from the beginning. They've done everything that Furion has. And nothing throughout the game showed us that Furion was especially special, outside of people saying so. Like, he looks special, but what is more special about him than the other two? Also, Guy, I kind of wish we knew at least where he was from, because the broken English makes me think that he is from somewhere far off. So even if they didn't go into it, I just want to know. I assume maybe they're doing this thing where it was like this person who was raised by wild animals and then came into human society or human civilization later in life, just because he had that tidbit about where he could speak to beavers. Although they did say his parents had died. Assuming, yeah, in the beginning they were like, there were a bunch of youths whose parents had died. I assume that Guy is included with parents died. So I don't know. So yeah, I guess I would say overall, gameplay was a big low of the game. Story was better, but I wish there was more to it. And I didn't totally dislike the game, but I would have to play with boosts on the next time. And probably with a guide too, so that I could ignore all the empty rooms in all of the dungeons, just to get rid of some of the bigger pain points. And that is everything. So next will be Final Fantasy III. Like I said, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break so I don't feel so drained and tired of the combat encounters. And other than that, I don't really know anything about it, so I will be looking forward to getting into the story there and seeing how much they have improved off of this and off of 1. Maybe the story is better, maybe the combat is better. God, I hope the combat is better. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you with Final Fantasy III.